Hi everybody, this is Dale from Sarah's Kids, and I wanted to show you the box I made for my Perfect Pearl sprays. I just returned from the Tim Holtz cruise, and I was lucky enough to win a whole set of the Perfect Pearl sprays. So I made this box for the sprays, and I covered the box with the paper that Tim Holtz gave us on the cruise. This is his craft paper that you can use any paints or inks on. I used the Distress Stains on this and some of the Perfect Pearl spray, and you can see, I hope, some of the sparkle from this. And inside I have all my sprays, and there are 25 of them. There are actually 24 sprays. They gave us one on the cruise, so I have that one too. But this is the box, so I'd like to show you how I made it. The first thing I did was arrange the bottles in the as tight a space as I could, and in this case I'm using the Distress Stains. I need a box for those as well. And so I've arranged them in rows of 10 and 4 this way. And I've left space for 6 bottles because I don't have all the colors that I might want. And so I got 4 3/4 by 6. And so that's how I cut the bottom of the box. And then I cut the sides of the box 4 3/4 by 3 3/8, 2 sides, and 2 sides 6 1/8 by 3 3/8, and the extra 1/8 inch on the 6 inch side is so that the edges can overlap and fit in correctly. And then I cut craft paper at 2-inch strips, and I cut 4 at 4 3/4, 4 at 6 1/8, and 8 at 3 3/8. So my box is going to be 4 3/4 by 6 and 3 3/8 inches high. I used a medium weight chipboard for all of the pieces. These are the 2 short sides of the box, and they'll go like this. And this is the long side, and that will go like that, and the box will fit together like this. And then this is the top of the box, which I've already finished. And so I'm going to show you how to put this together, and then I'll show you how I decorate it. The first thing you need to do is to have a good glue, and this was the glue that Tim Holtz gave us on the cruise, and I liked it, so I bought a larger bottle. He gave us this little bottle to use on our projects, and it has a brush in it. This one has no brush, so I'm using this brush, but it's called Glue and Seal, and Ranger makes this, and it is a really wonderful glue for putting this together. I was quite pleased with it. So the first thing you do is to glue up one of these pieces. If I can get the bottle open. There we go. And I glue it up on one side of this. It's kind of a flange. These strips I scored in half. They're 2 inches wide, as I said before. And I'm going to just put the long side of this box right there. And this is a slightly smaller. I'm gluing this 1/8 of an inch on each end from the end so that we have some play. And I'm going to seal that. You see how nicely that glue works? And I'm going to glue then this to the bottom. And this, so I'm going to glue this up. And set this on the bottom. And there you see that I have 1/8 of an inch overlay You can see that little bit right here that hangs over, because this side is going to fit there and that's going to join, and then the edges will be even and flush with each other. Okay, so this side is on, and you have to let that dry for just a few seconds, and while that's drying I'm going to glue up the other piece that goes inside. Now this side you glue on the mountain side of this strip. Now I want to make sure that the very edges of this get a lot of glue so that they don't come loose later. And I'm going to hold this up and just glue that down and hold that. And you see how those two strips of craft paper hold up this side. And I'll come back when I get all the sides glued up. Now you can see that I have two of the adjacent sides glued on, but there's an opening here and it kind of flaps. So to reinforce that, I made these strips that are going to fit just like this on the inside as well as the outside. And so we'll glue the outside one first, and I glue on the valley side of this fold in the middle. And this glue holds, there is some wiggle time to move it around if it's not quite in the right place. So I'm going to put that like that, and then hold this for a second and press that in. One nice thing about the glue is it dries clear, so you can't see it. Now, you see how that this is the long side, it butts up, the short side butts up against right at the edge, and that's why I cut this 1/8 of an inch longer. This chipboard is a 1/16 of an inch wide, so that makes the box fit perfect. Now that the box is finished and put together, you can see that it's quite sturdy, and the top, which I've done the same way, fits. I would recommend that you make the bottom before you make the measurements for the top, because when the first one I made, I forgot to adjust for the width of the chipboard in the box sides, and so my box top was very, very tight. And so measure after you've completed the box, and then add 1/8 of an inch to the width and the length, and you'll have a perfectly fitting box lid. Now for the next step. I took my paint dauber, this is black, which we got in our kit from Tim Holtz, and I used it around the edge, and the paint dauber snaps off. I wanted to tell you the trick that Tim Holtz told us with these paint daubers. The trick is to press down and then squeeze gently, and you get a really nice thick coat of paint. And this is so fast that everything goes very, very quickly, and you can see that I've completed that one side in just a matter of seconds. I chose Tim Holtz's craft resist papers, and I chose the one that has the definitions on it because I can color it with the stains in different colors. And this is one complete page, and I need a little bit more for to cover the box, so I'm going to show you how I did the craft resist. I'll choose this orange. This is Wild Honey, and what you do is you sort of press down and squeeze gently, and the color comes out, and you can just color over it. And the color looks uneven when you put it on, but it dries pretty smooth, so you don't have to worry about that. Then here is the finished box. There. The inside I didn't do anything with because no one will see that, but the outside looks really nice.